Representing the business of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Manager Marty.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank you very much.
And Band Up and Two Cents, since we're talking about Band Up, use Errol Spence's name as a reference. So let's use Errol Spence as a reference, but only applying it to his trainer. Errol Spence and Ryan Garcia, they both are trained by Derrick James. Now, quick question. We talking about footwork issues here. Band Up mentioned some things that Spence needed to work on in the fight with Crawford. Now, we're talking about things that Ryan Garcia needed to work on after evaluating his fight on Saturday night. Is this an issue of a trainer having two fighters that might have some of the same issues that people think that they have? Like people say, excuse me, people that say Errol Spence don't have good footwork. Of course, people have been criticizing Ryan Garcia. I'm one of them who said his footwork was out of place the entire fight that he fought Tank Davis, and then Saturday night, his footwork was out of place when he was shoe shining on the brink of getting this guy out of there. But as far as Errol Spence, though, I think his footwork is better than Ryan Garcia's, of course, but his feet is always in the right place before he's making those adjustments to defend with his forearms and, punch placement. So my question is, starting with Prince, is this an issue with them sharing the same trainer where they got the same issue, not just with footwork, but just in general? What's your take on, basically Derrick James being the common denominator between Errol Spence and Ryan Garcia?
Yeah. Look, we've only seen one fight with Ryan Garcia and Derrick James. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna take at least 2 or 3 fights to see some of his teachings really kind of come out to play. So we got to give him some credit for that. Like I'm not judging Derrick James just based on one fight. The other thing is, I think making the comparison with Spence, I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I'm not gonna say that Spence has the best footwork and he's the most disciplined when it comes to cutting off the ring and working, from different angles and making sure his footwork is intact or whatever with that same strategy he's using. I think when you talk about Spence, he looked bad because he fought Crawford. Because before that style that come forward style that he was showing us, being able to fight and counterpunch when needed and really kind of be aggressive and put that pressure on the opponent. Not a lot of people were criticizing him for his footwork because he was going out to brawl and stuff. But I think Crawford made him look really bad just because Crawford is a way superior fighter than him. I mean, I'm not a Crawford. I think some people here are Crawford crew. Some people here are, Spence and stuff. And there's a lot of beef back and forth. I see on other channels about gloves and this and that. I'm neither. But I'll tell you this much. Crawford will beat Spence 7 days out of the week. I can't see Spence beating Crawford. Spence can work on some of the things that we're mentioning here, but at the end of the day, I mean, even with 10, 12 ounce gloves, I think just Crawford is that much better than him. Just in exposing him, and it's just my opinion, but I really don't think there's a huge issue with the trainer at this point. I think Ryan just needs more time, and Spence needs to think twice whether he wants to fight Crawford again.
In my opinion, if Ryan's gonna fight like this, more than a Spence thing, I think he should just, try to pick up some of what Sean Porter did, because like I was trying to allude to earlier, Sean Porter was really good at putting his back in the corner or getting his back put in the corner, and at a flip of a switch, putting you in a corner. And if Ryan can do that, on top of that with his speed, he can get some people out of there. You know what I mean? Putting some people in the corner they don't like to be in, and hitting them with that speed is something I can see.
I would have to have a little pushback, but before I give that, let me give a double salute to my guy, Fort Greene Pharaoh. He's probably at work. Thank you, Fort Greene Pharaoh, for your contribution and your support to the channel. He says, salute, Manager Marty. and the chat. I'm loving the air fry. Thank you, Pharaoh. Always a pleasure, my brother. I would have to say that I don't agree that Crawford can beat Errol Spence 7 days out the week. I mean, I think both of these guys are really good fighters, and it can go either way any day of the week. But it's an opinion; it's all good. But to say Bud will if they fought every day 7 days straight, I don't think Bud will beat him all 7 days.
Did you not see that first fight, Marty?
Huh?
Did you not see that ass kicking he gave him, bro?
Who?
But at the end of the day,
I mean,
I get Marty's point because the accumulation of punches.
You mean wait? You
This is how
think
Crawford single-handedly, just very easily dominated him in
I
every which
know,
way. You know what I'm saying?
I know, Prince, but I don't know if you're familiar with any of my content before. I know you said that you watch a lot of my content, so maybe I shouldn't assume that. I would assume rather that you do know. I'm one of those people that believe that Crawford did dominate Spence. But I also think that there was a big contributing factor to that as well as his skill set. And I am definitely referring to the SNAC program. And I just have to be honest and keep it real with you. I'm not saying that he can't beat him. I'm not saying he can't beat him. I'm not. That's why I said if they fought every day for 7 days straight, these guys can give it up. You know, Spencer take a few days, Crawford can take a few days. Ain't no question about it. But I know on that night, on July the 29th, his performance was extremely enhanced, and he did a great job. Just my opinion.
Well, I guess he's innocent until proven guilty, right?
I didn't say he did anything wrong now. I didn't say he did. Hold up. I didn't say the man did anything illegal or wrong. Not publicly anyway. Let me just clarify that. So I never said, I just said his performance wasn't enhanced. And the reason why I can say that without any equivocation, Prince, is because if you look at your screen right now, my brother, you see, according to SNAC System, this is from their Instagram page. I did not Photoshop this. Well, I did put Terrence Crawford's picture up there, but what you see on the right side of your screen is directly from the SNAC Systems page on Instagram, and it reads these words: Victor Conti Sports Nutrition Company. SNAC offers products that improve your level of fitness, help lose fat, build muscle, and enhance performance. It says the words enhance performance. Devin Haney is in the documentary of Hall of Shame with Victor Conti, and he even used the words that his performance is also enhanced with the SNAC program. So I'm not saying anybody did nothing illegal. I'm definitely not saying that. And I won't say it publicly, and I won't let any Crawford fan try to make me think that I'm saying it publicly. But I will say that the man's performance was enhanced, and he did a great job. Because here's the thing, Prince. Here's the thing, Prince, that you and I can agree on. If you say that Crawford can beat Spence 7 days out the week, I can assure you, if Bud Crawford felt the way that you did, I'm almost certain that he wouldn't have went over to the SNAC program in the first place. Because everything was working for him for 30-something fights.
Well, here's the thing. And look, I can see it both ways, but I'll tell you this much. All that language that they use there, that's on every nutritional supplement type of nutritional product out there. You know what I'm saying? What we're talking about here is Victor Conte's past with PDs and enhancing performance on PDs with athletes. That's what we're talking about. We're also not seeing the fact that this is a company that's marketing to the boxing world, and it is getting a lot of these boxers under contract to wear that T-shirt and promote their nutritional supplements. He's not the only one wearing that T-shirt.
Who's that?
Crawford.
I even wore the T-shirt. I can go put it on right now, friends.
Yeah. So I mean, this can take us down a rabbit hole of what we're really saying is that there's stuff out there that's undetectable, and a lot of people are probably using it. Look at the UFC. But if we stick to that conversation, this is just going to go in circles because. You know, if you can prove one person did it, can you prove the other person didn't do it?
You know, Marty got like 100 more subscribers that day. He put that SNAC jersey on. You know what I'm saying? He gave Marty a little boost.
I extremely doubt that, band up. I will say.
I'm just messing with you, Marty. I'm just messing with you.
Hey, but guess what? Hey, it probably did. You know what I mean? But see, the thing about it is, I'm doing the
It's in
same
the
thing
fibers.
Crawford. But Ben, here's the thing: if I got 100 more subscribers because I promoted a snack by wearing the shirt and drinking some of the pre-workout supplement, I'm you know, man enough to do the same thing Crawford did. You know, Crawford came out and told us that there's certain things that he used with the snack program that other fighters don't. I'm man enough to come out and say, if it did give me 100 more subscribers, hey, it enhanced my performance as well. Here's the thing. Hey, Prince, here's the thing about it. If Crawford did not believe in his heart as a man that whatever Victor Conti's program, because he said it's different ones for each fighter, but I'm talking about the one that he has, the one that Crawford has, that program that he said where he used certain things. My thing is, if he says that and we take him at his word, if he believed in his heart, he didn't need none of whatever those certain things are, he wouldn't have went over there with him. Now, if he would have went with Larry Wade, who we know is a renowned strength and conditioning coach, I don't know if Mackie Shieldstone is still alive or not, but if he would have went with somebody like Mackie, you know what I mean, then it wouldn't be as suspicious. But he chose himself to go over there with Victor Conti. And the thing is, where it aroused more suspicion, I have to bring this up because this is equally as important, is that the documentary, and then I've been speaking on this for months, and Band Up and 2 Cents even know this. When the documentary came out, and some people didn't know too much about Victor Conti's history, that ignited more of a flame. You know what I mean? Because the documentary came out 2 weeks after the fight.